big-mouthed Brody would tell for sure, and that wouldn't go over well at home. Family rules said keep quiet. No one risked the consequences of sharing the family secret unless they had to. It was impossible to know what might happen if people found out that we weren't normal. Nicer folks might want to hire us for our skills. Less nice ones might want to put us in a freak show, or lock us up to study us and try to decode our genomes. Well, secrecy was fine by me. The ability to bust apart a toaster wasn't something I cared to boast about. It helped that Dad was clearly in denial, while Mom believed she had everything under control. As far as my parents were concerned, I was simply ledger kale, doohickey destructo boy, less than extraordinaire, and I was happy to let them think it. So, 9 days after I turned 13, Mom and Dad confirmed our family's RSVP and we packed our bags, preparing to hightail our way west from Indiana to Wyoming. It wasn't long before everyone regretted the decision. As Dad pushed the minivan to its limits, trying to make it to the wedding on time, we were stalled again and again by a procession of problems along the interstate. I mislaid the muffler in Missouri, busted needle bearings in Nebraska, and sent us skidding in South Dakota, 3 wheels on our wagon. Helping Dad chase down our wayward tire, I worried the whole transmission might be next. I sank lower in my seat with each new mishap, willing my savvy to go away, ignoring my sister as she shook her head inside the oversized football helmet she'd worn non-stop since my birthday. Ledger, Mom turned to face me in the van. If you're causing this trouble, stop. Yeah, Fedora piped up. Safety starts with S, Ledge, but it begins with you. My sister's second-grade teacher had been a stickler for safety, and Faye carried her most memorable sayings inside her head, handing them out like toothbrushes on Halloween. I mean it, Ledge, Mom continued. Keep it together. Keep everything together until we reach Wyoming. She smiled her best bulldozer smile, the one hardly anyone in the world could stand against. Mom's savvy word and smile combo had been making me and my sister eat our broccoli and keep our rooms clean forever. And Dad never forgot to take out the trash, though sometimes he did roll his eyes as he stepped out the door. Dinah Kale's savvy put her in control. She'd even stopped a bank robber once, just by telling him to sit down and be still, shackling him with 5 words and a smile until the police arrived. Now I could see that Mom was beginning to understand. The longer I sat trapped in the van, the more danger there was of me turning it into a unicycle. Already I could feel the itch and buzz of my savvy zinging beneath my skin. Another incident like the one with the tire, and my parents might be forced to ship me to Antarctica, where only seals and penguins would come out to watch me run the local half marathon. Knowing there were some normal human things my mom wouldn't stop me from doing, I started downing Gatorade like Uncle Ferris preparing to create a winter storm. By the time I spied the sign for Sundance, Wyoming, the closest spot on the map to my Uncle Autry's ranch, there were 4 empty bottles at my feet, and I had to water the cactuses in a serious way. We have to stop now, I announced. Yeah, I'm dying here, Fedora chimed in, straining against her seatbelt. My butt's gonna fall off and I'm thirsty. Let's drink everything we had. Maybe a short pit stop, Tom, Mom suggested on a sigh, casting a glance at the empty bottles. Dad nodded, his chin a lead weight. I sighed too, relieved my plan had worked. Already the dome light above me was rattling in its fittings. The town was as still and silent as if the ghost of the Wild West outlaw, the Sundance Kid, had come back to haunt the place. My imagination was full of childhood stories of stout-hearted sheriffs in clinking spurs and masked banditos robbing stagecoaches, but the streets were deserted. Not even a tumbleweed bumbled up the sidewalk. Dad parked in front of a boarded-up t-shirt shop with a large red sign in its window. The sign read, "Foreclosure." I knew what the word meant.